Hey everyone, this is a video that I haven't really wanted to make, but I'm gonna have to. And it's because I'm about to decision. I can't English. I'm about to make a decision that I don't really want to make, but at this point I'm kind of forced to. So I thought I'd let you guys know because this is going to make a humongous impact on whichever channel you're watching this on. I'm uploading this exact video to all of my channels, at least the ones that I've posted on in most recently, which is primarily 3 channels. There's the gadgets, the drive, and the vlog. I haven't really posted much where I haven't really posted anywhere else much, but yeah, I'm going to have to cut back on my content by a lot. So much to the point where I was all excited. I just bought a new iMac. That's what I'm recording this on, actually. I'm using the iMac's webcam, using the iMac's microphones. I've gone through the whole trouble trying to set up this studio, trying to find find items for content. Because as you guys know, depending on which channel you're watching, but again, this is an update for the entire network. I'm enthusiastic about gadgets and electric vehicles. Despite that, I've been reviewing a bunch of gas cars as of late. So yeah, I did just buy an iMac. I was supposed to make a video about it for the gadgets channel. That's not sure if that's going to be in the works or not, because I guess, all right, fine, I'll cut to the chase here. Effectively, for years before 2020, you guys, this was when the majority of the network was born. It was basically 2020 during COVID. Well, kind of after it settled down, because basically I didn't start uploading videos until October of 2020. But I've been making YouTube videos longer than that. For those of you who are OGs, you'll know that I've had another channel without any fourth word. It was just the Random Alpha. That's where I've been posting my original videos. And I don't upload there that much anymore because I don't really have much content to put on there. But yeah, the point is, I've been making YouTube videos for quite a few years. But the unfortunate thing, despite putting as much passion and love into this as I can, and money, this hasn't done anything for me. I've stated that I wanted to make YouTube my job. I wanted to go YouTube full time at some point, and I knew it was going to be painful to get there. But unfortunately for me, over the years, I've invested so much money into trying to build all of my YouTube channels, for one. Most of it has gone towards the gadgets channel, but well, that's because it's mostly gadgets that I can afford. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to buy a car. We're talking 5 figures for that. But yeah, ultimately, I've put so much money into all of these channels, and I have never once made a single penny despite all of this years of effort. And I've told myself in the past, I've made videos on the vlog channel expressing this pain. But I think I'd be calling myself insane if I were to still keep going the way I am. Because at this point, I'm I'm not rich at all. In fact, I'm the complete opposite. I'm not trailing in debt. My bank accounts are still above water and I'm paying my bills just fine. But even though I'm doing just fine, I'm technically below the poverty line. I don't know how far I am from crossing it. I'm hoping to be crossing it soon, but I'm still technically below the poverty line. And with the amount of money that I've invested into YouTube, hoping that maybe someday it would pay off and this would be how I'd make my living, well, when you're below the poverty line, you just can't do that. That's just it's just not going to work. And I've been at this for far too long at this point. And I'm now realizing what I'm really sacrificing trying to get this to take off. And ultimately, all of these sacrifices that I've made, it's not paying off, at least not great enough to the point where I can continue justifying spending as much money as I am trying to build this YouTube channel. Well, not this one, but the entire network. And center stage is just doing its thing. I should point out, I really should point out the amount of sacrifices I've made trying to get to where I am today or further. But yeah, effectively, I've lost countless hours of sleep. I'm a terrible sleeper in general, but I have spent so many hours up late at night trying to edit videos, get the quantity up because I know when you're small, you have to be uploading consistently. But not only that, you need to upload quality quality videos consistently. And as far as I know, people have mostly told me the quality is good and well, I've been trying for the consistency, but I know I can't sacrifice either if I want to get YouTube off the ground, and unfortunately, I just don't have that type of time aside from money. But yeah, I've lost countless hours of sleep to try to boost the quantity of my videos without sacrificing quality. I've invested how much money into just trying to into acquiring items for content. I mean, I've spent about I can't. You guys probably can't see it because I got portrait mode on. Yeah, this right here. I've spent over $900 building this thing, and ultimately I have a use for it, and it will get finished. But ultimately, this server here is now officially on hold because I mean, if I'm not going to be producing YouTube videos as frequently as I thought I once was, well, there's no point to building a storage server to store them all because I'm not going to fill it anytime soon. But yeah, that's just one example right there. That's very concerning. And I have a bunch of other things that I would love to get further ahead in life because as of right now, I'm still living with my parents. Despite that, I'm in my 20s. I'm an adult in my 20s. I'm still living with my parents. And they've been gracious. No, I don't know if that's the right word, but they've been generous and extremely patient with me up until this point, but I mean, I would still like to be able to move out, get a place of my own, but again, with also trying to build this channel at the same time, that's just not happening. I can't make the money work. I can't make the hours in my head work. And at the same time, another big reason why they've grown frustrated with me is because I'm spending so much time filming, editing, researching. I mean, I've kind of been slacking off on taking care of some stuff around here too. You guys might notice this room is an absolute mess, and I've tried so many times to clean it. But a lot of the times it's a combination of I'm too tired or I'm too busy and I'm just trying to move on to the next thing, trying to get the next video out. But I mean, I can come up with all sorts of excuses in the book, but ultimately, I'm finding myself less productive outside of work, trying to build something that for the past, if I'm counting 7 years at this point, hasn't paid me a penny. And I'm still not anywhere close to getting there. I've tried launching a Patreon page in hopes that maybe some of you out there would, I don't know, slip in and potentially help justify me staying. But and just to be clear, I'm not blaming you guys at all. For those of you who have stuck around for this long, you guys are amazing, and I am not taking you for granted at all. And I do fear that in light of making this video, I am about to lose a bunch of you because ultimately, just like the case with me, I only have so much time. So do you guys. And so, and also, again, like me, I only have so much money that I can spend. So do you. And I cannot ask you guys to give me your money. That's not right. That's something that you have to decide. I can't force you, and I will never force you. So, yeah, you might have noticed past few videos on a lot on both the gadgets and the drive channel. I've added this tagline at the end. And do me a favor to and do me a favor and please check out my Patreon page. I would very much appreciate that. Well, if I pull out my phone here real quick and open Patreon. Oh, don't do this to me. Come on. More iOS bugs. I don't understand why. Come on, where is it? Right there. Try to get the camera to focus. That's how many members there are. And as it turned out, I looked into it. It's just a bot. Or maybe it's including myself. I don't know. But it is not a real person. So, and again, to be clear, I ain't blaming you. This is your decision. But ultimately, I can't make this. I just can't keep doing this anymore. I can't keep pouring money and hours of sleep just to remain stagnant for the most part. I mean, my last video on the Gadgets channel, I am very surprised that it got as much attention as it did, and I'm feeling pretty bad for those who had just subscribed hoping to see more. I'm sorry. I know it's bad timing, but if I want to have other goals aside from YouTube, such as I want a place of my own, I'm tired of basically I rent out this room. Yes, despite that I still have my parents, I'm renting this room from them. Then this is the place I call home. It's basically this room. But I would love to have an actual house with a kitchen and a living room, a proper office, so that way I don't have to constantly feel like I'm at work all the time because again, I kind of treat YouTube as a separate job almost. Despite that, again, I don't get paid for it. It's like voluntary work or something. Yeah, aside from moving out, I've had other goals too. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Stardust, I love my car, but I still want a Tesla Model 3. And to do that, I first need to finish paying off the car, which I'm doing pretty good on that. Um, but in again, I can't pay it off as early as I'd like if I keep doing this. And so I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to completely stop altogether or if I'm just going to drastically reduce my output where if I find some free time here and there, maybe I'll record something but not edit it the same night. But to be clear, this is hard for me. This is not an easy decision for me to make. And I guess also to be clear, as I've stated in those past videos, this does not necessarily mean that I am quitting. I understand if at this point you want to unsub because and now I'm just clogging up your subscription feed, and you know what? That's fair. If you want to, go for it. I don't want to force your decisions for any of this. And for those of you who have stuck around for this long, and despite that, yeah, I'm going to be taking a very long hiatus. If you still want to keep me in your subscriptions feed, all the more power to you. That's that's your decision. But I need to make my decision about what I do going forward because I can't keep doing this to myself. It's not fair to me, and it's also not fair to you either. That you have to watch me suffer in the process of trying to produce good content for you guys. It's not fair for either of us. So, what am I going to do going forward from here? For one, I haven't fully decided again, but it's either I am going to completely cut back on making videos for an indefinite period of time. I have to find free time to justify it at this point. It's either that or I'll just still continue to upload at a very greatly reduced schedule. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. I'm not going to make any promises. And it kind of sucks. I just bought this iMac. And I don't know. I'm feeling like if I'm not going to make any content and I don't have the time to make content, then why is it here? And should I keep it? Because, I mean, I know I'd find a use for it in the future, but I can't just keep holding on to stuff. I mean, look at my room. It's a complete mess with all sorts of things that, oh, I might use later. That's what every hoarder says, and I know I am a hoarder. It is a problem that runs within this family. But yeah, that's thing one. My upload schedule is going to be greatly reduced for an indefinite period of time. That period is probably when you'll find me in a different house, because at that point that's kind of more what I want to focus on. And I guess another reason why I'm kind of leaving YouTube for a bit is the two spaces that I cover, the gadgets and the electric vehicle sector. In terms of gadgets, everyone is just so, I don't even know how to describe it, but they've got everyone's so sucked in to this stupid AI trend. And also, to be clear, in case anyone thinks like, wait, no, Alpha wouldn't quit like this. No, this is not an AI generated video. You guys know my thoughts on AI enough as is. I hate it. Why would I make an AI generated video of me quitting? Well, I'm not technically quitting, but I am going on a hiatus for the next while. And I don't know when that's going to let up, but no, this is not an AI generated video. This is me sitting in front of an iMac using the iSight cam center stage. And yeah, that's my problem with the gadget sector right now, or the tech sector, whatever you want to call it. In terms of the EV sector, I am so, I'm not even gonna censor it this time. I am so fucking tired of the political bullshit. I can't deal with it anymore. I am so tired of the constant, especially when I'm a Tesla fan. I'm so tired of the constant, oh, Elon worshiper or Elon hater, depending on the type of video that I make. I am so tired of the drama within this community that you guys bring about yourselves. I thought I've stated it before. I don't give a shit about Elon. I don't give a shit about politics. I just care about electric cars. A lot of people don't see it that way. And there's not much that I can do about it. And I thought I was going to review more. I was hoping to review more electric cars because my partnership with Cubanot Chevrolet, well, there's no payment going on. They just let me film their cars, which is so amazing of them. I can't believe they let me do it. I was hoping that they'd get more electric cars in, like the Sierra EV, for example, but that hasn't come in yet. Um, and again, I'm limited to Chevrolet and GMC models. There's no other dealer around here that would let me get close to their cars even. And as a result, my selection is limited, and I've been reviewing gas cars because why not? But even those videos have not been doing well, which is I'm genuinely shocked by, because when I did the review of that 2020, I think it was 2020. Oh no, it was a 2024 GMC Terrain SLT. That was just a loaner car that I got while my car was in the shop. It was just a standard gas car, and yet that video performed very well on the Drive channel. And considering that video, which I put almost no cares and effort into, well, okay, that's not entirely true because I did give a lot of details and such, but I didn't really care for that vehicle at all. I just threw it up on the channel because why not? It was my loaner car. And again, I'm an electric vehicle enthusiast, not a gas car enthusiast. And yeah, despite that, I've reviewed so far a Cadillac XT5, uh, Equinox EV. No, well, I have done that last year, but this year I also just uploaded a video of the Equinox gas car. Neither of those videos are doing well. I also did a video of the GMC, the new Terrain Denali, that didn't perform anywhere near as well as the one I did last year, but ultimately these gas car reviews, they're not doing well either. And again, I'm an electric car enthusiast, so it's being a bit disingenuous towards my audience. maybe. And you know what? That's fair. I'm struggling for content on that channel. And so, yeah, it's all caught up with me at this point. The two areas that I care about the most, which is why I've been uploading to those two channels most frequently, it's just at this point it's just so full of bullshit. I can't tolerate it anymore. I don't My level of tolerance for bullshit is not high. It is very low. I cannot stand people trying and their stupidity. I have a hard time dealing with it. That's just me. And unfortunately, the two sectors that I care about the most are so full of it. It's just becoming increasingly difficult to justify losing hours of sleep and countless dollars for what's going on right now, only to get very, very, very subpar to low performance on my videos. And at the same time, I'm trying to move up in life. I'm tired of being below the poverty line. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. And at this point, I need to reevaluate what it is I'm doing and where I am spending my time. Albeit the economy for the past few years, it has not helped. High interest rates, inflation, it's taken a toll on not just me, but my entire family too. But it's also really taken a toll on me as I'm young. I'm a very young adult. I'm in my early 20s. And yet, trying to get off the ground, trying to leave my parents. It's it's a lot more difficult than it used to be. And it's a problem for my general generation. But at this point, I need to reevaluate what it is I'm doing. And as much as, no, my current day job has no focus on fancy gadgets, well, okay, I do get to operate CNC machines, which is really cool. That's my day job. One of them, at least. Well, I have a weekend job, and then there's my typical day job, my 9 to 5. I have a I think that I'm going to need to start putting a little more investment into that. I was kind of hoping that given enough time, I would use that to help support me until YouTube takes off. But that plan, at this point, is safe to say has failed. And I can't keep doing this plan as is. And so I'm probably going to put more hours, maybe not, well, again, it's a 9 to 5. So, well, technically, because of my lunch break, I'm not putting in the full 8 hours, but I'm gonna try to put in the full 8 hours, maybe do some overtime too to make up for lost revenue, lost potential revenue I could have made from YouTube. Again, I'm not blaming you guys at all. I mostly blame myself, if I'm being honest. But that's probably where I'm going to spend most of my time. It's going to be a lot more at work, catching up on trying to pick up on a lot of the responsibilities I've been trying to put off just to make content for you guys. And so that's where I'm mostly going to be spending my time. But I'm also not going to disappear from the internet completely. As much as Twitter has been driving me nuts right now, I'm still on that platform. I'm still browsing through and I'm still replying to people and making a few posts here and there. And I know that Teddy and Tabby are going to be watching this video because Those guys, they. Uh, why do they put up with my antics? I don't. I am such an oddball, and yet they still put up with my antics. We're both in the gadget. We're all three of us are in the gadget space, and yet somehow I roped them into the electric vehicle space as well. Well, just a little bit. I still can't believe those two put up with my antics. But um, yeah, the point being, I'm not leaving the podcast. The podcast is a couple hour, once a week thing that is relatively easy for me to commit to. And as long as I don't need to edit the show, because I haven't been doing that for a while, as long as I don't need to do that, a couple hour commitment once a week is relatively easy for me to make. And ultimately, that still gives me an outlet to talk about tech, talk about electric vehicles, since somehow I got that podcast talking about it. And because ultimately it's not my platform, I mean, no offense, Teddy, no offense, but because it's not my platform, I don't have to be too concerned about growing it. That's ultimately Teddy's job, and he has the final say on, hey, maybe I did something on the show that he does not agree with or the audience does not agree with. He has full abilities, full right to kick me off his show whenever he wants. And you know what? That's okay. But as long as he lets me on that, as long as he lets me stay on the show, which, judging by our relationship, I'm pretty sure that's not going to. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on that show for a while, but that's probably where you're going to see most of content from me, at least, just not on my own platform. Because at this point, I can't keep making the same time commitments, and I can't keep making the same budgetary commitments either. Insanity is a fascinating word to me because not a lot of people understand it. The definition of insanity is to continue to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect completely different results. I have been, for the longest time, doing the same thing over and over and over again. And even though I've tried pivoting, tried changing things up in hopes that I'd improve my content, I'm getting the same results. And it's growth that's not fast enough. And with the amount of money that I've put towards this, it's clear that something's wrong. Something's very wrong, and I need to change that. And so, yeah, to be clear, I'm going to miss you guys. It's this is not an easy decision for me to make. I've debated for a while. I've debated for years. Do I stop or do I keep going? I've wanted to keep going for so long. And I knew this wasn't going to be easy. But I can't keep pouring this money. I can't keep losing this much sleep. I can't keep on committing so much time when I have to sacrifice other responsibilities within the day just to make this happen. And another thing to point out, if you guys are suspecting that, again, I live with my parents, if you're suspecting that they've had anything to do with this, No, this is my decision. This is not theirs. Honestly, my parents don't care about what happens to this YouTube network. They're not subscribed to any of my channels. They've never watched a single video of mine. They genuinely don't care about what happens to this network that I've built, that I've poured so much money into. And yes, this decision is mine. And I will say that with confidence. This is hard, but I'm hoping that however long this break is, I'm hoping maybe it will lead to greater things in the future. So, as I've gone on for almost 40 minutes now, I'll sign off with thank you guys for bringing me as far as you could. For those of you who wanted to see me succeed, I'm not done just yet. But I need the break. I'm tired. I'm trying to manage my money best I can. And I'm not in the ground. But I'm not where I want to be in life right now. I have other plans that I think take higher precedent over this. But once I achieve those plans, hopefully in the not too distant future, hopefully I can get back onto this again and I can start making great content for you guys again. And for those of you who wanted me to fail, because I figured there's some that do, I want to come up with a stupid joke. I make the worst jokes ever, but yeah, for those of you who wanted me to fail, I'm still not done. Am I taking a break? Yes. But taking a break doesn't necessarily mean you're done. So, sure. Feel like, oh, we defeated him. We've hated on him enough. No. No, I'll still be around. Just not as frequently as you guys are used to. So, at this point, and I'm dead serious, I totally understand if because of this significant drop in content that you're about to see, that you want to unsubscribe from any or all of my channels. You know what? Thank you for your time. I'm sorry if I wasted it, but feel free to leave if you so wish. I won't complain. Despite that, yeah, I've worked so hard to get to where I am now. I can't force you to keep giving me your time. That's all your guys' decision. And I'm okay with that. So, thank you for watching. This is the Random Alpha, signing out.